If you need unlimited domination, clutch time, or anything else grinded, make sure you hit up RoseNBA on Twitter for quick, safe, and reliable grinding services.
Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I want to be talking about how best to evolve Ruby Evan Fournier, Ruby Goran Dragic, and Ruby Joe Ingles to Diamond and unlock their glitched abilities here in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to help me push towards the 8,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload this every single day, and I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. First of all, let's talk about what their glitched requirements are looking like. Their Evo requirements to get them to their glitched card are looking like. So we have Fournier, Dragic, and Ingles right here. Fournier needs 150 points, 40 steals, 3 steals in a single game, and 40 3-pointers made. The 150 points and 40 3-pointers made is going to be quite simple. Obviously, you can stack those two as well. 40 3-pointers is 120 points. So that's only going to leave you with 30 other points that you need to get. And you can knock that out really in any sort of mode and whatever you want to do with it. Now, the steals are going to be the tougher part, obviously. Steals are always tough in this game unless you manage to match somebody who you know or somebody who gives you steals intentionally. And those people are very, very helpful when they're able to give you those types of steals. But generally speaking, if you're trying to get them yourself, I will get into how I think the most effective way to do them offline is here in just a second. Dragic is the same thing. 150 points, 6 threes in a single game, 3 steals in a single game, and 40 steals. Again, it should be very, very simple to accomplish the points and the 3-pointers. The steals are going to be the challenge here with Dragic as well. And then Joe Ingles is 150 points, 40 dunks, 50 assists, and 4 dunks in a single game. The 50 assists, again, quite simple. 150 points, also quite simple. He only has a 45 driving dunk currently, though, so he's not going to dunk the ball super consistently. He will dunk wide open, but he's not going to dunk the ball super consistently, so you're going to have to be intentional with how you try to get these dunks, because it's not going to be as easy as dunking with a guy with a 75, 80, 85 driving dunk. It's really not going to be that simple, so that is something that is definitely worth keeping an eye on and remembering. But I will say that I don't think it's going to be all that hard. The assists are going to be super easy because you could just get the assists passing to these dudes for their points and their 3-pointers, and then the dunks are going to be a bit more challenging, but I do think those will be pretty doable. Now, that being said, there are a few challenges that I would recommend doing for these things. For the points, I think the easiest challenge that you can do is just come over here to challenges. You come down to skill challenges, and then you go basketball fundamentals, inside scoring. To complete this challenge, the game will automatically end once you get 5 points off for 5 baskets off of post moves, so post fades, post hooks, things like that. So you can basically stack points for as long as you want in a 12-minute quarter game on semi-pro difficulty until you get as many points as you basically can in the game, or until you're ready to end the game. So it allows you to stack a ton of points, and it'll make those points very, very easily. Now, for dunks and steals, I would say, honestly, the easiest way to get steals is going to be matching somebody that you know in triple threat online and having them roll the ball into you. But if you're not able to do that, I would recommend probably going over here to spotlight challenges. Spotlight challenge. I'm sorry. Come here to spotlight challenges. Level 1, Nikola Jokic. This is also a semi-pro game on 221 points, and I think this is going to be a little bit easier for getting dunks and blocks. So we're going to go into this game and we're going to see if I can showcase the dunks and the steals a little bit easier in this game than previously. The steals are going to be a bit tougher with these guys simply because they have very low steal ratings, so it's going to be a process getting 40 steals with them, but bump steals are definitely going to be the way to go to attempt to get those steals, and on semi-pro it will be easier. And then dunking is going to be a matter of trying to back cut Joe Ingles to the rim, get him an open look, and hoping that he dunks the ball with relative consistency, because he's not going to be an elite dunker whatsoever with that 45 driving dunk that he has on his base card. So to get the steals, obviously it's just going to be trying to get bump steals, trying to blitz the outside hand of the guy right there, just like that. You're not going to get the steal every single time, but that's exactly what you're going to try to do, is blitz to the outside hand just like that and hope that you can get the steal. And it's going to be a process. Steals are just not easy in this game. Now we're going to backdoor Joe Ingles. He's not going to be open, so we're just going to hit it right back out to Dragic. We're going to come into a 5-out pass and screen away so that we can get the spacing again, and then we're going to backdoor Joe Ingles again. We're going to try to get him behind Jokic, and then we're going to hope that he goes up and dunks the ball. He goes up for a layup there, but he is going to dunk the ball some. 45 should be high enough where he's at least going to be able to dunk the ball wide open at times. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it there, but he will be able to get them at times. And as our opponents, or I guess the Nuggets, do wind up getting the offensive rebound, you can try to strip, and you can try to press the X button and get steals like that as well, just by spamming X. Like, I'm going to try to blitz here and get a steal. It's not going to be there. Steals are tough, though. I mean, that is very clear. Over time, it does become easier as the more comfortable that you get with it and things like that, and you will get yourself a few few steals a game, but it's not going to be a super consistent thing, and that was not a very good take that I just made a contested on. But basically, the key for the dunks is going to be trying to backdoor him in open space, get him behind Jokic, because that'll get him an open look at the basket, and that's going to be the easiest way to get the dunks. And then the steals, obviously, I would really recommend trying to match up with somebody that you know, if possible, and triple threat to get them. But if not that, you're just going to be going for blitzes and bump steals and things like that, and hoping that you can get lucky and get a few of them, because it is definitely a time-consuming process trying to get steals in this game. Now, we're going to try to backdoor Joe Ingles again. We do get him to go backdoor, and if again, he just freaking lays it in. This is going to be pretty annoying, I can tell. Luckily, 40 dunks is not that bad of a number, because that's definitely going to be a lot easier than I would say the steals trying to grind those offline. It is going to be a process, though, as y'all can see, especially with them giving a card with this poor of dunking and these low of steal ratings. So a little bit annoying there, but it is what it is. We're going to go right back into the pass and screen away so that we can get our proper spacing, and then we're going to backdoor Joe Ingles behind Jokic again. And there we go. He goes up and dunks the ball. That's our first dunk, and that's what you want to see. You want to get the spacing in a 3v3 challenge like this so that they have room to backdoor to the rim and things like that, and it'll give them the ability to get a lot of easy dunks and things like that, because you can just backdoor him right past Jokic, especially on a low difficulty. They're just not going to bump it a ton. Same thing, pass and screen away, send Ingles on the backdoor, see if he can beat Jokic. He does get past Jokic again, and that time he goes up for a layup, which is a little bit annoying, but he did get himself one dunk there, and you can just stack those dunks throughout games. You'll have some games where you'll be able to get luckier and you'll get more dunk animations than just the one that I've gotten so far. Like a few of these could have been dunk animations pretty easily. He's just not triggering them super commonly right now. But again, we'll go pass and screen away so that we have proper spacing. We'll back cut Joe Ingles past Jokic, and he's going to go up for another freaking layup, which is pretty darn annoying. And the fact that they're making us get dunks and steals with players that ratings are as low as these players are right now is certainly pretty annoying. But it is what it is, and not a ton you can do about it at the end of the day, to be completely honest. So if you're trying to grind out these Evos, this is going to be the quickest and easiest way that you can do it, in my personal opinion, outside of just matching somebody who you know and getting the steals that way, which honestly may be what I wind up doing, to be completely honest. But yeah, bump steals and backdoor dunks is going to be the most effective way by far to get these Evos done. We have not gotten any steals this game, though, which is pretty uncommon. Typically, you'll get at least a couple. It may not go super smoothly, but typically you'll get at least a couple. But we're not getting super lucky with the animations this year, or so far on the back cuts. There's our second dunk, though, with Joe Ingles getting him to the rim, and he throws down another dunk, or his second dunk of the game, which is solid and nice to see right there. Going to try to blitz that outside hand again. Not going to be able to get there. He gets an open three. Doesn't really matter. Honestly, even winning the challenge doesn't really matter that much. This challenge just gives you the proper spacing on a low difficulty that makes it easier to get things like steals and blocks, steals and dunks. But as y'all can see, these Evos are going to be tough. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, it's going to be a process. It's going to take time to get these Evos done. So I do recommend trying to find somebody that you know in the community, build friends in the community, and use those people to help you with things like the steals. And then the dunks are just going to be a process. Gonna have to hope that you can get lucky with these animations. What is going on? Can I just get my freaking pass and screen away to work, and then let my backdoor work? There we go. Backdoor Ingles past Jokic again. He's gonna lay it in. It's just not meant to be this game, it looks like, but that is okay. Not the best game in the world in terms of completing challenges and Evos and things like that, but it is what it is. Let's just get one more bucket. I'm just gonna knock down a 3 here because I'm ready to end this game. See if we can get Joe an open 3, though. Well, might as well, right? Oh, and it's a long 2. His release stinks. Oh my goodness, I did not know his release was that bad. The other beautiful part about a challenge that's on semi-pro, though, is you're actually going to make whites, which you never make, obviously, on online versus or anything higher than that. You will make open whites on online versus, which is actually pretty nice, I will say that. But we'll try to get Ingles one more dunk here. If he shoots a layup, he shoots a layup. It is what it is. But we're going to try at least to get him one more dunk. He's going to get inside, and he's actually going to throw down one more dunk. So beautiful there for Joe Ingles, able to get himself 3 dunks in that game. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get any steals, but points and dunks shouldn't be too hard. The steals are going to be a process, but bump steals are going to be your way to go, even though we didn't get any in that game. So hopefully this video does help y'all out. If it does, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.